tried to pin down here is the fact that the average American who went to Vietnam did not view his mission as immoral. The average veteran saw his mission as that of stopping communist aggression against South Vietnam, did not see that mission as immoral, took a certain amount of pride in his accomplishments on the battlefield, and is proud to have served his country. Is that...
Oh, well, there's no doubt about that. Part of the reason that you see things that occurred here this weekend, this march and this parade and the camaraderie and the American flags, and we had several incidents where there were some protesters even here that were downtown during the parade, and of course the police had to rush in and be the mediators there. Veterans really harbor a lot of pride in what they did, and I think it stems from, if you look how the veteran reacted to amnesty. President Carter imposed amnesty and brought the draft dodgers home. I know for a fact that veterans felt that Americans had literally stepped on the graves of friends of ours that we served with in Vietnam. That was a very quiet pain. It was one that was hard to verbalize, it was hard to express, and that we buried it. And it was especially difficult for the disabled veteran. I know this firsthand. Many of the guys who continue to suffer from those war wounds. It was painful to them because it was just another statement to them that their sacrifice was not appreciated, was voided, was unnecessary, etc., etc. And part of what the hippie movement was trying to confirm to all the returning vets anyhow. But I want to go one more. The media coverage of the Vietnam War, without a doubt, gave legitimacy, credibility, greater motivation, and encouragement toward the communist forces. There's no doubt in my mind. They had privy and availability to the coverage and the way it was being interpreted on the home front, the anti-war protesting and all this, and it encouraged them to go on, to fight on. And it was even though it was a military defeat for them during the 68-10 offensive, it was a political victory because it was hand-delivered to the communists. It was a political victory on the home front, courtesy free of charge of the media, the way it was reported. That's a fact. There's no doubt in my mind, and history will bear that out. I have no problem in thinking that the Americans at one time will come to grips with this war objectively, and they'll see that we could have won it had we had not only the people behind but the media. The media exacerbated the situation and caused the enemy to fight on, and
they gave a certain amount of aid and comfort, as it were.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind, to go even further, there's no doubt in my mind that Jane Fonda's visits, and there were a lot of POWs that suffered as a result of that for refusing to interview with her, etc., for propaganda purposes. But it encouraged, her visit encouraged and gave greater life and motivation to the guys that were over there, to the enemy that was seeking to kill the young 18, 19, 20-year-old guy that was her countryman. And this is why this will never go away. This will always be a very painful thing for Vietnam veterans, because she's gone on unpunished, and while I don't have hatred for her, and I think that it's a tremendous testimony that this country has absolute freedom in every sense of the word, that we permit people to become to every level of jackass that they want to be, even in those traitorous capacities. I have to agree that in some capacity she should have been punished for that.
Well, the only thing that got her off is the fact that it was an undeclared war and you needed 2 witnesses. There were only technicalities got her off, because there were those who wanted to prosecute her in Congress itself. But
But the pity, I had a thought I just wanted
Yeah.
to get out. The pity that I have for her and people like her is that they gave she gave a greater resolve for the North Vietnamese, there's no doubt about it, to fight. In bottom line terms, that meant that men were killed. Men were wounded and killed because of that encouragement. In addition to that, there's no way that she can escape exemption from the blood of the many thousands of Vietnamese that lost their lives in their efforts to escape communism in the fashion of piling onto boats that didn't work, that were leaking, and that went down. And the children that perished, the old people that perished. And for a woman that puts herself up to be before the American public as someone with great compassion and understanding and sympathy, I will always carry with me a bona fide suspicion.
To say the least, right?